My name is Don. I've been in OA for a long time, maintaining about 180-pound weight loss from my top weight. Although I liked food a little too much as a kid, my real excesses didn't start until my 20s and 30s. I was always 10 to 15 pounds heavier than others in grade school and in high school. Had to buy clothes in what then was called the husky section, but I was never grossly obese. In high school I played lots of sports, so although I ate a lot, I burned it off. Things changed later when the activity stopped. In my 20s, as I, in hindsight, see that I became more disenchanted with my life, despite doing okay with education and career, I began to eat more. With hindsight, I can also see I began to use food emotionally to take the edge off my anxiety. I had no idea I was doing it, of course. It just began to be part of a coping mechanism. And it gradually got worse. 1 or 2 donuts started to become 3 or 4, and a couple of slices became the whole pizza, and 1 or 2 cookies became the whole package. I wasn't aware exactly of what was happening to me. I was sort of in a fog, just unconsciously reaching for the food all the time. I nibbled my way through the days and nights, saying to myself as I gained and gained, "But I don't eat that much." I never thought of the phrase that should have been added, "at any one time." The food problem got worse and worse through my 30s and eventually began to dominate me. Actually, it took me prisoner. I wanted to escape but couldn't. At some point, not sure when, I crossed a line of no return, a line where I no longer seemed to have a choice. I couldn't not eat. Once I had that first bite, I was off to the races. Something happened in my body and brain that started an irresistible craving. Later, I found out the word was compulsion. I had to have more. Also later, when I came to OA and began to read about addiction, I came to see that my symptoms were classic. First bite sets up the craving for more, just as the first drink sets up the craving for more alcohol. Not only a particular food, in my case sugar and refined carbs, but overeating itself starts the little motor running in me that says more, 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 and I can't resist. By the time I reached 40, I'd risen to nearly 400 pounds. My health was in jeopardy, and I was so miserable that I concluded the only sensible thing was to check out. Life was too painful. Why bother? When I wandered into OA at age 41, it was a last stop program for me. I discovered that I needed something more than a diet. I knew about diets and what healthy eating was. I'd gained and lost and gained my whole life. What I needed, which I found in OA's steps, was a way to rebuild myself physically, emotionally, and spiritually, so I didn't need to use food as a drug, which is what I was doing. I needed a whole new way of looking at the world. What I found in OA was a 12-step program that would show me how to work through my stuff, my thinking, my attitudes, my beliefs, and see what was working and what wasn't. Then go about changing those things that needed changing. Sure, I learned about my addictive foods and what I could eat and what I should avoid, but that was just the beginning. The power to stop compulsive eating and stay stopped came from the changes in me that occurred as I worked through the steps. What I was doing was rebuilding myself. OA saved my life. I changed, my life got better, I found out the joys of living, and I've been maintaining a healthy body weight for many years. Yet I'm still here. Why? Payback. I'm passing on to people who might be where I was many years ago the message that there is a solution. There is a way out of the prison that is compulsive overeating. I found it. Thousands before me have found it. OA may or may not be for you. Not everyone that's overweight is a compulsive eater, or even a food addict. Take a look at the 15 questions on this website or our mother website, oa.org. That may give you some idea about whether you're one of us or not. If you are, check out the meeting list. We have about 30 meetings in the local area. Undoubtedly, you'll meet up with me in one of them.